And may I know what your qualification is?
Oh, well, I am an arts graduate, a literature graduate.
Oh, literature graduate.
Yes.
And you are now into automobile industry.
Yeah, I think you don't have to. I mean, of course, present days we qualify to very specific requirements. But I'm happy that I'm a literature student because I believe you want to manage business. You manage people, and the people manage the business. You don't manage business. I don't manage business.
Okay. That is something you have to take notice because sadharna nammal business ennokke parayumbom we have a different perception because we are not into poetry and literature. Avarku veru nammal or veru personality nammal sankalpikkunnu. So it was actually a surprise to know that you have a literature background and then you have come to this industry.
Yes.
Appo പക്ഷേ എന്നാലും ഈ industry, as you said, you have to manage people, but ആൾക്കാരെ മാനേജ് ചെയ്താൽ മാത്രം പോരല്ലോ. You need to know about the industry.
Yes.
So how did you learn about the industry before you you started this business?
Yeah, I think once we have our concepts through very clear as to what we want to do, and then we have real engineers who does the work. Okay. Of course, I will know technically anything about my product because I have to know that. I mean, as a literature student, how did I know financials? It's a part because when you don't know anything, you start learning. When you know something, then you think that you know it. So there's no learning process. So as a literature student, we can only talk in literary terms. So you have to learn. So the learning is what
that
gets
explains one thing because when I asked you the question, question ചോദിച്ചപ്പം the way you explained correct നല്ല വളരെ neat ആയിട്ട് അടുക്കി പറക്കി വെച്ച് സംസാരിച്ചു. അപ്പം maybe that background helped you. ഒരു കാര്യം explain ചെയ്തത് ഒരു ഞാൻ ആലോചിക്കുകയും ചെയ്തു. ശരിക്കും ഒരു ലിറ്ററേച്ചർ സ്റ്റുഡൻറ്റ് എക്സ്പ്ലെയിൻ ചെയ്യുന്ന രീതിയിലാണ് പറഞ്ഞത്. ഒരു അടുക്കി പറക്കി പറയുന്നത് നല്ല ലാംഗ്വേജ് യൂസ് ചെയ്ത് വളരെ നല്ല ലാംഗ്വേജുകൾ യൂസ് ചെയ്ത് എക്സ്പ്ലെയിൻ ചെയ്തു. Then after literature you plan to start the firm. അപ്പോൾ അതിന് ഇനി ആദ്യം എന്താ ചെയ്തത്? Like what did you do? Like once you decided that you wanted to enter the automobile industry?
No, it wasn't like that. I mean, after my studies, I went out to work outside for a couple of years.
Okay. You did your education outside or here?
No, I did my college here in Madurai. So after that, I went out to work. I didn't come into my father's shoe because he himself said that you shouldn't step into my shoe. You have to look at outside exposure. And this is what I suggest to all the students who are basically business oriented families or whatever it is. I say don't step into your father's shoe. What my father had told, I keep telling them because you have to get an outside experience. Until unless you have an outside experience, you won't tend to change.
Very true.
So I did work for a couple of years outside and then came into trading. From trading I stepped into manufacturing.
Okay. So it was not a sudden decision.
No, I think I was in trading for about 3 years. But you sometimes don't tend to like something.
Yes.
Okay, so I always looked at manufacturing as what I would want to move into because most of my friends were industrialists. So basically maybe that would have influenced me also.
Okay. So for the benefit of our viewers, they might be wondering if they wanted to start a business, how to go about it. For their benefit, may I ask you this question? Once you decided, you studied everything, you studied about the field, and once you decided that you wanted to enter the field, how did you go about it?
Yeah, we went into, after our initial studies, then we started looking at, technology. You have to have some technology backup on this.
Okay.
So initially we had actually started trading on this particular product.
Okay.
And then we moved into manufacturing.
Okay.
So, manufacturing, of course, when you get into that, it's definitely a risk. There's no doubt about, going into manufacturing as a risk proposition, but we have to take the project report, we have to move with the bankers, we have to see how we convince the bankers because you are you have no background on the manufacturing, and especially as an arts graduate, you would find it even more difficult because you have but then we built an engineering, we built a team. So I think that was the focus. Much before going into the banks and other things, we did build a team. And we had some engineers in that, we had some financial people in that. So as a team it was put across, because basically because of the background of parents, you know, we could start off the business, I mean, slowly. I mean, but as a starter, sometimes this may not happen.
I was also wondering that, you know, usually German companies are very about choosing whom they are tying up with, if
Yeah.
I am right. How did you manage this partnership with a German company?
God is great.
Because, I mean, I don't know whether I am right, but as far as my knowledge is concerned, they are very particular about choosing a partner.
Yes, I think, I mean, see, this, I mean, German is SAF and Holland is USA.
Okay.
That's how these two have joined together as SAF Holland, and they are about 1.3 billion
Oh.
dollars.
That's huge.
It's a huge company. So they have around 28 manufacturing across the world.
Okay.
It so happened they were scouting for
Okay.
some partners in the US people were scouting for partners.
Okay.
Because they were the basic air suspension people, and Germans are, you know, mostly on axles and I mean anything under the chassis of a vehicle, except for the tires. We almost manufacture. They always manufacture everything.
Okay.
So they were looking out for some sort of a, I mean, tie-up here. It so happened that our technical directors and others, you know, I mean, happened to touch base upon them in Chennai for some conference. It went off. Then they came, they visited. They were quite happy, and we were also quite happy with the, you know, with the type of offer that we had. So it's a basically a 50-50 partnership on that. So.